So I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit frustrated right now. If you guys had checked my social media post earlier, we were deadlifting and had to hit 555 pounds for, well, I guess anywhere from 3 to 5 is what I was looking for. And I ended up hitting it for 4, just short of 5 on the last rep. I guess it was like probably like quarter, maybe half an inch away from locking it all the way out, but I can't in good conscience count that. Anyway, finished the rest of my sets with sets of 3. And on my second rep of the last set, I thought I felt a little bit of a tweak at my hamstring. I was able to pull through it, but then afterwards, I started to notice it a little bit more, and I'm thinking honestly, it's probably a minor strain, but it stopped me from being able to squat later in that workout, which is a little bit frustrating because I was looking to hit a PR there too. I was going for 5, 10 for hopefully at least 5 would have been awesome, maybe 4, but I don't know, the whole thing's a give and take. Anyway, I just wanted to talk real quick about what happens and how to focus when you get injured. Not to say that this is gonna last a long time or anything like that, but just how to look at it in a positive light. So if you can refer to my last video, I mentioned something that's called maximum recoverable volume. And it's basically the idea that your body can handle so much work before eventually you get into an overtrained state and have trouble recovering from workout to workout. So while it kind of sucks not being able to deadlift and squat probably the way I want for the next 2, maybe, but hopefully not 3 weeks. But on the other hand, a lot of the times when I end up having an injury and something like, let's say, I would always, I haven't gotten hurt doing deadlifts in a while actually, just squatting for the most part. So it mostly would be like a groin type thing, or I had a hamstring thing, I guess, over the summer too. But that's been normally the time when one of my other lifts just skyrockets up. And the reason is, I think, is because the recovery response is so much better from just cutting out one of those lifts. So in a nutshell, I would just say, don't get too discouraged when you won't be able to do one of your main 3 lifts. Granted, it's a little bit frustrating, but just really try to focus in on the ones you can do and a little bit of technique tweaking, I guess, just to make sure you're really getting in those quality sets and reps with the things that you can do. With the bench press, probably the next couple weeks, I'm really gonna be focusing on making the light days a little bit more difficult. Today, after I deadlifted, instead of doing my regular triples with like 280, which is what I would normally do on a Monday, a couple days after, normally doing my heavy bench presses is just pretty light triples. But I changed it from pause on the chest for 3 seconds to pause spoto pressing. So about an inch above the chest, just pausing for 2 to 3 seconds, which is considerably harder, and it keeps you a little bit more tight. Just being able to kind of develop that explosive speed through a sticking point, which a lot of people end up having, which is just a little bit off the chest. But the point is, don't be so upset, I guess, with not being able to work the way you think you can. It's pretty much just a minor bump in the road. You're probably gonna feel like you're gonna atrophy pretty quick, but it all comes back relatively fast. You just have to stay on top of your injury, alternate heat and ice. Although I don't recommend icing right away, just because the inflammatory response of your body happens for a reason. So maybe for, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half or so, just kind of let it be. Don't strain it or anything don't do anything else to like hurt it. But I would say after that, maybe alternate some heat and ice. It'll start to feel a little bit better. And it's a great message, I guess, for other channels out there who end up preaching you don't got to go to the extreme to get your desired goals. But I will say, in order to get professional results, you have to act like a professional. So really the only way to recover optimally, in my opinion, from an injury such as a strain or something like that, is to treat it as if it were devastating, or as if the only way that you're going to get back is by treating it in the best way you possibly could, which is hopefully the route I'm gonna continue to go on this until it gets better. But I'm in line to deload next week just to take some strain off of the hamstring and deadlifting and squatting. And then hopefully right after that, I'll be able to squat 525 for a couple sets of AMRAPs. Same thing with 565 for deadlifts, and hopefully 390 for bench for reps. But we'll see how far that takes us. In the meantime, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll come back to you guys tomorrow. I think I'm gonna end up doing that part 2 of that overload video on how to program. So if you guys are into that series, I'm getting a pretty good response back from that. So be ready to look for that tomorrow. Anyway, until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.